Hello everyone, JR Dukes with JRDukes.com from the JR Dukes Law Channel. Appreciate you joining me today. Today we are going to talk about what is an HOA and what is a CDD. I want to take a quick moment to ask you to please hit the thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any video. If you like talking about the law, this is the right channel. So what is an HOA? Well, an HOA is simply an abbreviation for a homeowners association. A homeowners association is basically where a particular neighborhood is restricted by deed under what we would call bylaws. These bylaws govern exactly what can and cannot happen on your property. You need to be aware of this before you end up buying a property that is an HOA. Some people love an HOA. I'm going to tell you on the front end, I do not like HOAs, and I would never buy a home that has an HOA. The reason why is these HOAs are governed generally by people that live in that HOA community, and you will find that the board definitely reflects the personalities of the individual that head the board. If you have a good person that happens to be the president or whatever of the HOA, things may be fine. If, unfortunately, you get somebody that basically turns out to be a Nazi, they get a little bit of power, it goes to their head, they can make your life miserable. They can tell you what color your house can and cannot be. They can tell you what color your shades can or cannot be. I have a million horror stories to share with you concerning HOAs. Now, I have to admit that the good side to an HOA is you have some protection in case your neighbors, for example, decide that they want to leave a toilet on the front porch of their home. And trust me, this happens. My neighbor across the street, when I moved into my Florida house, it was back in 2014, he literally had a toilet on the front porch. My particular division, my particular street is not in an HOA. Needless to say, I was not happy about the toilet, but I really don't care. As it turns out, the guy's been there since 1986. An HOA was not necessary because, frankly speaking, the Pasco County government would actually take care of something so egregious like a toilet being on someone's front patio. So all you have to do is basically make a complaint to what we would call the code enforcement. Some states, like here in Florida, they call it the marshal's office. I don't know why they call it that. That's just what they call it. And generally, if you make a complaint, they'll come out, take a look at it, and then they'll instruct the homeowner pursuant to the county ordinances that they need to go ahead and clean up their property. I will tell you that an HOA can really nitpick, and you have no rights. Frankly speaking, you have no rights. You must understand that your property was built, was deeded with the HOA basically being the U.S. Constitution of your property. Whatever the board decides, consistent with their bylaws, is what you must abide by. And if you don't like being told what to do, like I don't being told what to do not buy an HOA. What I would suggest you're doing if you are actually looking for a new home is you can filter out any type of place that has an HOA. Don't even look, don't go. Another thing you need to be aware of is something called a CDD. I have never heard of a CDD before I moved to Florida. Florida has CDDs, and I'm certain other states do. A CDD is very similar to a HOA, but a CDD stands for a Community Development District. Essentially, it is another fee that you have to pay every year. It is more like a municipality than an HOA. However, it is money out of your pocket either way. So you want to make sure that you're aware with a CDD, you are going to be paying extra fees that could be substantial pertaining to your property. A lot of people will say, oh, well, the bond may be only for 30 years, and after the 30 years, you no longer have to pay. That has not been my experience. The CDD can continue in perpetuity, even after the bond has been paid off, that they are charging you fees to pay off. In summary, an HOA, a CDD are two things you need to be very much so aware of before you buy a home anywhere in the United States. The laws between the states will vary. One state may allow something where another state doesn't, but the fundamentals are the same. An HOA being a homeowners association, a CDD, a community developing district. You need to make sure you know the difference between the two before you buy a property. If you have any comments, please put them in the comments below. I will respond to any and all comments. If you need my help, always feel free to reach out to me. It's really simple. Simply reach me at ReachJRDukes@gmail.com. That is ReachJRDukes@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I appreciate you joining me today. Always remember to have that free mind and never give up. I am J.R. Dukes.